She is an acclaimed veteran of film, television, and of course Broadway. And her award-winning work includes creating the role of Dina Jones in the legendary Broadway musical Dreamgirls. We're talking about Sheyrle Lee Ralph, and she just keeps getting better and better and better. She's a classy lady, and Sheyrle joins us now to catch us up on what's happening in life now. Sheyrle, so good to see you.
It's great to see you.
Welcome back to Good Day.
I love to see you thriving, doing what you're doing here at the station.
Keep
it up, girl.
Hey, and we like to see you continuing to just rock it.
You know, which fascinates me. And I really believe that God has been so good to me in ordering my steps and keeping me here, keeping me relevant in an industry that I love, doing what I love. So I remain so thankful.
Yeah, what a sweet spirit you have.
Oh,
such a good, positive attitude. So speaking of longevity, Dreamgirls celebrates 35 years.
Which I can hardly believe.
I mean,
oh my God.
35
it's like,
years.
Hold up, I'm only 35 myself.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. But
That's
yes,
amazing.
35 years. And, you know, I was thinking the other day, I said, we should be getting some sort of payment, residuals.
You sure should be.
We really should be. You know, we really had a huge hand in the creation of that original script that was the Broadway musical, but we get probably 2 cents. And I was just like, something's just not right about
the
that.
originals. The
Yeah,
originals.
I know. But that's the way. You know, sometimes when you're young, you don't read those contracts well, or you really want that break, so you sign away your rights for like 2 cents.
Right.
So I say to all young people, get a lawyer, read your contract. Thank you.
Words of wisdom.
Yes.
Right there. Hey, but you're obviously so well known for many things, but that's how we got to know you originally.
Broadway,
so
exactly.
there's that, you know.
Which is interesting because my first big job was a film called A Piece of the Action with Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby. I was 19 years old, and that's how I really got started. And I started doing a lot of TV, but there's something about Dreamgirls that people will never forget.
Magical.
Yeah.
Absolutely magical. So you have just continued to evolve and to work on different projects throughout the years. One of your newest ones, your podcast, Diva Defined. Tell us about that.
You know what? Diva Defined is all about how can you improve yourself, your life. There are so many people who have come before you or some of your peers that have incredible stories of overcoming and inspiration that people need to hear. So what I did was I called up some of my good girlfriends and I said, please, let's just sit and chat. When Sherry Shepherd started talking about what it was like dealing with ex-husbands, a son with special needs who she loves more than anything, and her feeling less than her best self, what it took for her to gather herself up and move forward. Oh my God, it was amazing. When Lonnie Love talked about losing her friend to obesity and heart disease. Her friend literally had a heart attack, died, and was alone before she was found. And when her friend died, she said, wait a minute. She looked at herself and said, I've got to love myself enough to fight for myself and be better to myself. When Dawn Gardner from Queen Sugar talks about losing her father daily to dementia and Alzheimer's, and how she's trying to hold on to the pieces of one of the best relationships of her life. I was just like, oh my God, it just became so powerful. So we recorded 13 of these, and the way people have been downloading, listening, and subscribing has been wonderful. But what's even better is the comments they leave when they say, you know, you helped me, or I needed that,
touched.
or I had no idea. You know, sometimes you think you see people on TV, you think you know them. No, you don't.
You don't, right? Yeah, so many times. So where can we find these?
Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find Diva Defined with Sheyrle Lee Ralph. Anywhere. If you have an iPhone, just go to that little symbol, podcast, put in Diva, I'll come right up.
She's there.
Yeah, you know, in the dictionary, when they put Diva, it said Sheyrle Lee Ralph.
Of course.
And I was like, oh my God, thank you.
We all knew that,
yes,
of course.
But it's an acronym, you know.
Right.
We are divinely inspired, victoriously alive, awesome, audacious.
Beautiful.
And if it was Sunday, we'd be anointed. So we encourage everybody to define your diva. It's not about throwing phones at people or throwing shade. I never throw shade. But, you know, it's about being your best self.
Well, for more on Sheyrle Lee Ralph and her Diva Defined podcast, you can use the Fox 5 Atlanta app. Just look in the Good Day section.